All right, weekend sports betting tips on the Barroom Network. Got 20 people, 21 people watching. All right. Not bad. Let's get out some free picks and stuff today. We got Sean Higgs, professional handicapper, and Anthony from poundsports.com, my partner, professional handicapper, and the podcaster on the end here. Let's look at those records, though. The podcaster leading the way. What the heck? What's going on here?
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Exactly. Yep. 7-4-2. Dog of the day 4-3-2. But the show's up 2 units, 23-21-4.
Not too bad.
Not bad, man. Not bad. Got 27 people watching live YouTube and Twitter. We got Foster Covers here, our buddy.
Hey, Foster.
And Foster up. Last week we had a few picks here. Sean had the over Georgia and Alabama. 2 weeks ago. Sorry, yeah, that's right.
You were ill last week.
You were in the hospital.
Coronavirus in the hospital. Almost died. But Sean had the Georgia Alabama over. Almost got there. Anthony had the Steelers -6.5. They lost outright. And what the heck is? I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh. Tomlin might be on the hot seat. I love Mike Tomlin as a coach.
Let's just stop right there and talk about that game. That line is now Pittsburgh is a pick-em now on the road. From
I'm blown away right now.
I am too.
I like the over.
I like the Colts in that game. Give me some points with the Colts at home, man.
The over.
I don't even want to talk about that game today. I totally understand, like, wanting to come in and take Pittsburgh. Like, you're embarrassed on Thursday Night Football by New England at home. You lose at home. You're in back-to-back losses, scoring like 10 points versus Arizona and New England. And you have extra prep time for the Colts. But, I mean, how do you trust that offense? Like, what do you see in that offense that they're going to come in and do the job here? I don't know. The defense is fine. At least the Colts give up some points, but it doesn't make a difference because Pittsburgh hasn't scored against anybody this year.
But TJ Watt might be outside. His brother, TJ Watt, much questionable for this game. Their best pass rusher. The Steelers' defenses look beatable. I mean,
it's because they're injured. They're depleted.
They're injured.
They're so injured. They're not.
And I like Trubisky better.
It's not the same Steelers defense.
I don't see much difference between Pickett and Trubisky. Throw either guy out there, probably give you the same results.
We got a new coordinator. We got 40 yards of offense. You score 10 points versus the Bengals.
They're no better than the Patriots situation. The only difference is the Patriots actually have a defense.
You beat the Bengals 16-10 when Jake Browning made his first start, and since then the guys put up 34 his last 2 games. So maybe it was just, I mean,
working the bugs out. And
I get, being lucky is sometimes better than being good, right? You got to get a little bit of both to have really good years.
Yep.
Every game, they make Minnesota last year in 1-score games. This is a joke. They get out-yarded by 100-some yards every game.
And did you see the total is only 42.5 in Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Love the over. The Colts have played zero defense.
Colts
they drag
are
down
over
the
team.
Field.
Yep.
Over. That is the lowest over
get
total I've seen all year.
That one's on the rundown today. It's bowl season starting tomorrow. Mr. Square had his last pick was Michigan -20.5 versus my Hawkeyes. I know my Hawkeyes. Like I said, Mr. Square.
Mr. Square. But he cashes the right square plays though.
Like a broken clock. All right, man. We're looking at Georgia Southern versus Ohio. Anthony's got a guy in this game that isn't playing. He hit the transfer portal. His guy is the beast, Curtis Rourke, the quarterback, MAC Player of the Year last year. Good player. Love Curtis Rourke. Ohio, he's not playing. They got a true freshman also, I think, backup playing here. The line is Georgia Southern -3.5. A lot of players out. Their best running back for Ohio, the best wide receiver. Defense probably still be there. Georgia Southern looks pretty healthy, pretty much intact. Sean, -3.5 for Georgia Southern, or the total 48.5. Anything that for me, I'm not playing this game. There's no way.
Well,
it's Georgia Southern for nothing.
I
like the under.
Of course,
of course. I got 20-something bowls already loaded up.
He's like Georgia Southern, nothing. Of course, you got to take
on the side, but I like the under. I like the best. Under 48.5.
Of course,
Ohio's been an under team almost all season.
Wait, who's quarterback for Ohio? Let me ask you that. Is it C.J. Harris?
Yeah, C.J. Harris. Yep.
Okay, he's a senior. If I'm correct.
Is he? Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's a senior. But Rourke is like, he's superior to him. I'm sorry, Sean. What were you saying? I interrupted you.
It'll be C.J. Harris.
No. You look at the Ohio team. You got a lot of guys out. Right, defensive, solid.
Yeah.
Come on, no quarterback. What's going on here with Ohio? It's got to be an underplay.
Yep. That's a lot of points.
48.5. Yep.
That's a lot of points. I'm on the under as well. I would lean the +3.5 if C.J. Harris is not the greatest quarterback, but he can at least manage it. That's all you got to do is just manage the game.
Cruise and Uber joined up here, subscriber.
Their entire offense opted out for Ohio.
John Pickett joined in here. Hit the like button.
The offense says we don't feel like playing today.
Yeah.
I agree. Take the under.
Take the under, 48.5. Best play, Georgia Southern versus Ohio. Jacksonville State versus Louisiana Lafayette. Lafayette, they lost their number one quarterback at the beginning of the season. The second quarterback turned out to be pretty good. Broke his leg a couple weeks ago. now they have a true freshman playing, third string quarterback. I like Jacksonville State, the best unit on the field of Jacksonville State's defense. I'm not worried about the game in Louisiana. Jacksonville State has a good fan base. This is their second season in division.
I was frozen.
Not that much. It's not that far away either. Trust me.
Yeah, Division I is their first bowl game, right? Jacksonville State. That fan base will be fired up to watch Jacksonville State.
They travel well. Trust me.
Rich Rodriguez, good coach. Louisiana Lafayette kind of sputtered down the road. I have a play on Jacksonville State -2.5.
I'm with you.
Sean, any thoughts?
I'm back. Sorry, I froze up. So I was I don't know what happened there. But getting back to the game, like the under the Georgia Southern. You probably knew I froze up because you guys were able to talk, so I couldn't talk.
As soon as you said under, Anthony and I put our bets in, Sean.
Yeah. 48. I like the under, but I also like Georgia Southern there too. There was a 3.5. What is it? Is that the
-3.5? Yep.
This game here, I got it. I threw it out in a little midday money. I took Lafayette +3.5 at the time. So
all right,
let's come down. Makes sense. Listen, everything you said about Jacksonville State's right. It's Rich Rod, good showing, huge year for him. I thought Sam Houston was going to have a better year than them this year. That did not work out. But ULL, this is home cooking for him here. I think this is a big game. Let's end the season right. I think they were 6-6 on there. I got to pull up their record here.
Something like that.
6-6 squad.
Yep.
You're playing against the smaller school. No, these guys.
Jacksonville State lost a heartbreak last week on a last-minute field goal versus New Mexico State. Their last game. That was the was it Sun Belt Championship?
This is the spot where guys aren't opting out. Nobody's opting out. These two guys, right? Nobody's opting out. This is a big game. Nobody's like, oh, I'm not playing here. I'm getting ready for the NFL draft. No. You want to play here, an extra game. Motivation edge, I think, for Lafayette because they're going for 7 wins. Yep. Yeah, Jackson State's got it too, though, right?
Yep. They're playing a freshman quarterback, though.
Lafayette's down to their third string quarterback. That's the only thing.
So Jacksonville State is like a run kind of team first, and they run the ball a lot, but they don't run for. I think they run for like 3.8 yards. Like as much as they have a crazy time of possession, if you look it up, it's insane. You think they should be a lot better than they are. They're not. It's Lafayette. We'll see what happens. Tooch, me and you head to head.
It's head to head. Look, Jacksonville State's defense probably the best of the 4 units that are on the field. They're good at stopping explosive plays. They're good at getting turnovers. Lafayette turns the ball over. That's if I get a couple turnovers, I'll be all right. And Sean, if we don't, a couple 3-and-outs, Jacksonville State's probably not going to be able to keep up with Louisiana Lafayette. But that quarterback issue scares me off the Lafayette side. Next bowl game, Anthony. Any plays on this one?
I'm with you on Jacksonville State. I cannot touch a freshman quarterback on his first game in a big stadium. No, give me Jacksonville State.
All right, Appalachian State versus Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio also playing with, I think, their quarterback out as well.
Yep.
And he turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Had a good season this year. That was what Avion Smith. Is that his name?
No, he was a backup.
Yeah, Avion Smith. Gabbert. Gabbert Thacker is out.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't even know if he's out.
He's out.
He was
too,
out. He was injured. I mean, I had Miami, Ohio first game versus Miami, Florida. I like this team.
Gabbert's out. Avion Smith doesn't say that he's injured, but I don't know if he's playing.
He's transfer portal.
Portal. There you go. So Miami of Ohio playing a third string quarterback too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I do have a bet in on this game. Miami of Ohio team total under 17.5.
Good luck.
Just don't think they'll score enough. Appalachian State has a pretty decent defense. It's not bad by any means. And I like the
good luck
under 17.
I said good luck. Good luck. I mean, it was a good look. Like
good
I
luck.
like.
Good
I have
luck.
under.
They said good luck with that.
No. I got under 48.5.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't think there's a lot of points being scored here.
I don't either.
Miami, they got
Miami's all defense.
Back. They were running like a wing T wildcat. Come on.
Yeah, I agree.
Miami of Ohio team total under 17.5. Sean's on the under. Anthony, any play here?
I don't like this game at all, but I mean, I just don't like it.
I don't blame you.
There's so many games tomorrow. This is the one game I'm just not even taking time out of my life to look at.
Gabbert is the brother of Blaine Gabbert from the NFL. I think he's still in the league, isn't he? Blaine Gabbert.
He's the third string quarterback for the Bucks.
You have a MAC champion.
Yep.
A touchdown doggy, basically here.
Yeah, but the MAC is a lot weaker though. No,
I know. But I'm just saying. Granted, they got a lot of guys out, but give me Appalachian State. They won
pretty decent.
They lost their championship game. I think this is. Give me a little Sun Belt Fun Belt time.
Appalachian State. I watched the last game, and their quarterback Joey Aguilar is very good for whatever level this is. He runs the offense like a pro, man. So
he did face a really good Troy defense.
I don't even know if he's playing, but if he's
he's not playing. I'd be surprised.
Is Joey Aguilar playing? If he's playing, man, I'm all over Appalachian State. I'll find out before that. So Aguilar,
they're going to need him.
They got a running back out and a wide receiver out, but I don't think
of it this way: the line tells you everything. It's -6.5. He's playing.
Yep.
If he wasn't playing, the line would be like -3, 2.5.
Yeah.
The line tells you everything.
Yeah, he didn't opt out.
If you watch this game, the kid can play quarterback. He'll be in an NFL camp.
I had Troy in that game. Season. I was happy with the result.
Yep. He played good game against Troy, though.
Daniels and Bo Nix, only guys who threw more touchdown passes than his 40.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kid can play.
Yeah.
I'll probably have a bet in on Appalachian State before the morning's over.
The under, down to 41 there. The worry is that they put up 40 themselves, and all of a sudden it's 47. And all of a sudden it goes over on their own.
Miami, Ohio has a good defense, though. They do have a good defense.
But what are they playing for here?
Yeah,
especially if the second half when they're on the field, the whole
they got both their starting quarterbacks are gone. Miami, Ohio. They're just going to show up. And hopefully, they don't get blown out.
Pretty much.
Let's see the next game. We got New Mexico State, Fresno State, man. I lean over on this game, man. It's the two teams that can score some points, man. 51.5. I don't know what this opened at, Sean. Do you know what it opened at?
The total on this one?
Yeah.
I lean under.
I'd open that. Hasn't moved. 51.5.
It hasn't moved at all.
Yeah, haven't moved.
Fresno, so this is going to be a public bet here on, right? Everybody's going to New Mexico State. They're home.
Jerry Kill.
Everybody loves Jerry Kill.
Yep. Northern Illinois coach one time.
Listen, great year. 10-4. You beat Auburn. They love the coach.
In Auburn.
Last year he came in and they won the bowl game with him on the sidelines, or he was in the booth or whatever. The thing with Fresno is that they started 8-1. They were rolling along and they lose their last 3 games. The coach is out for health reasons, not fired, but he's got
Tedford.
Whatever he's got going on.
Yep.
I don't know. The quarterback is good, but they still lost when he starts. Mexico State should be in a frenzy here, right? They're gonna have fans. The drive.
It's in New Mexico.
I don't see how, as
square New Mexico Bowl
as it is, New Mexico State should win this one. Fresno was in this bowl. I mean, come on. Like, do I want to go to New Mexico? I'd rather stay in Fresno. Why do I want to go to New Mexico? I'm in California. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't want to go to California.
Yeah, New Mexico State minus 3.5.
I'd rather go to New Mexico than California.
Fresno, isn't Fresno on the beach? Is Fresno a beach town?
Northern California.
Right, Tooch?
Central California.
We don't.
I have no idea. I'm just saying, like, where's you? Hey, we're going to New Mexico for the Isolita Bowl. Yeah. I mean, what kind of swag bag is that? What do you get? A cactus
Ileta Bowl.
Actually, there's some good Mexican food.
Miami, Ohio's going to the Avocados from Mexico Bowl. That's the name of the bowl.
Good avocado. I mean, I'm not an avocado guy.
No.
I know.
Yeah, I love avocados. No. My perfect burger, Sean, would be like bacon, avocado, and grilled onions.
Stop.
I'm right there with you. That's perfect. That's good.
Maybe bacon, fresh tomato.
That would be tomato. Right, I like the lettuce on there too.
Yeah, lettuce. I'll do lettuce.
A burger wrapped in bacon.
Too much bacon.
Maybe a mushroom on it.
I'm there.
Too much bacon.
Mushrooms I could do. I'm not like head over.
I could just do a portobello burger too. Just a big.
Oh yeah, just the cap right in there. Boom.
Yes.
All right, any plays on this for you guys? This is stay away from me. Be over is my lean.
I just said it'd be like New Mexico State.
This should be called the Degenerate Bowl. This is pass.
Pass for Anthony, and we got UCLA versus Boise State. Look, UCLA, their quarterback is terrible. Passer rating of 20.7. Carson Steele's injured. He might not play. Their best pass rusher, Lay2 or whatever his name is, he's
out.
He's out. If I was him, I wouldn't play. You're going to be a top 10 draft pick. Yeah. Top 5 maybe. There's no way he's playing.
No, he opted out already.
Yeah, UCLA has a great defense, but, arguably missing a lot of key players in this. Boise State really came on strong towards the end of the year. Anthony was, he was on them. Sean, you were on Boise State too towards the end of the year. They really started rolling. Defense started playing a lot better. Beginning half of the year, defense couldn't stop anybody. This year, they're running. They have their running back, Genti. That dude's 1,800 yards from scrimmage. I mean, good. I'll take Boise State plus 5.5. Take my chances.
Hey, you know what? Keep waiting for the line. You might get 7. There's no rush to get Boise because nobody's betting Boise. I'm on Boise as well. I'm going to wait, though.
Here's the thing. I had Boise early thinking UCLA's going to have a opt-outs. Here you go. Quarterback, tight end, defense.
And the line went the other way.
Gone. Yeah. Quarterback coach guns. But the problem is that you got Boise with a true freshman guy who's thrown one pass or whatever he's got. That's why the line keeps going up.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're just saying there's no way I want to bet on UL Lafayette. Well, that's against Jackson State. You want to really go against UCLA, who I think actually have guys who might be a future NFL guy?
But
even if he's a sophomore?
What is Boise's strength on offense? The run game.
Running game.
So the freshman could throw 10 passes the whole game and play like Navy and still win.
I know. Listen, I have Boise. I'm locked in. I'm on them. I got them on the site already. I can't back out.
Possibly 7 if you wait. I'm all over Boise, but I'm going to wait till kickoff and get the best number.
I'll take a 6 too. I like it at 5.5.
Yeah. At this point, just if you haven't bet UCLA, you haven't bet Boise, just wait because if it comes down, it's whatever. It opened at 3, so
you're saying there's not much difference between 5.5 and 3.5 or 4.5, right?
No,
4.5 and 5.5 is not that big of a difference.
No.
I mean, obviously, at that point, you want with the points. It's not like that's a money line play. It's just like I'm taking the points, and hopefully they get a back door or something and get in. They're down by 11, they score a touchdown, and they end up losing by 4 or something.
Yep. Losing by 4.5. Yep, 4.5. Yep, losing by 4. Yep. All right. California, Texas Tech. I like Texas Tech. California, I just don't think is that good, man. It's like
they started the season off strong, but they faded as the season went on. I got to go with Texas Tech here too, and I'm kind of leaning the under, but I know Sean likes the over, but maybe he knows something I don't know. But
you got bad defenses. This game to me just screams it's going to be one of those fun bowl games, like into the 40s. Did you say on the show or before the show we're talking about Tyler Shaw being out? So he's gone. But again, this is a program that always has somebody's hurt, so they're backups. Every quarterback started like 4 games. It's not like it's a new kind of thing. these guys were number 2 and I said this earlier when we were doing shows earlier. They were number 2 offense last year in the Big 12.
Yeah.
You expected a little offense out of them. Bad year, right? Last game when they get smoked, dropped a 50 on them. They're going to come out and show out a little bit. Maybe not show out, but they'll be motivated to play and be like, "That's a bad game. Let's try to win one here going into the off season."
They went to Austin, lost by 50 last game.
Yeah,
that was pretty bad.
Thanksgiving. Yeah,
and Cal gives up points, and they're kind of feisty. So why not over? I like that kind of.
Before they got blown out, they beat 3 pretty good teams. Remember TCU, Kansas, and UCF. 3 in a row, and then got blown out, but finished the season 6-4. As a favorite of less of 4 or less or 3 or less, they're 2-2 against the spread, 2-2 straight up. Still, Sean likes the Texas Tech Raiders and the over. Anthony on Texas Tech. Me, this is a no play for me. I'd be Texas Tech or nothing for me. But
yeah, I agree.
And it's for as much as you hear about guys leaving Texas Tech and stuff, the line opened at 2.5. It's gone up a whole point. So
yep, line movement suggests Texas Tech. NFL, we got 3 games tomorrow. Vikings at the Bengals. Vikings going with the new quarterback, Sean Nick Mullins Jr. After Josh Dobbs appeared to be the answer after a game or two. Then kind of like faded down the stretch.
Yeah, he was the answer, all right. Guy,
I wonder what happened there.
I don't know.
What happened? How about the guy's a backup and people just get all, oh my god, bunch of come on.
How do you go from
how do you go from a practice squad player to and practice
to
squad,
the Cardinals
practice
starter
squad guy in Cleveland, practice squad to backup to starting for Arizona because they have nobody on the roster.
Yeah.
And then you get traded,
and then starting because Kirk Cousins goes down.
He came in against Atlanta, ran like a chicken without a head, cost me a cover there because you just run around. He didn't know anything. I don't know
that makes sense why he's fired up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but seriously, he even said I didn't know any of my guys' names. He didn't know the playbook. He ran in and was just running for his life. Oh, look at this guy. Where was all this? Oh my goodness. I bet the Browns would wish they had him right now. Yeah. The Browns are going to make the playoff, and you got Minnesota with Nick Mullins. Again, 49er cast off. He's got some time. They have a defense. Oh, Jefferson's back and Matson, whoever the running back is. I don't know, man. Browning's looked good his last couple starts. The offense looks like it's playing a little better. Do I like that all the money's on Cincy? I mean, I got a Cincy +1. It is now Cincy -4 or 3, whatever. That was a Minnesota. Think about this. Minnesota was favored last week before the Sunday games. Well, that is insane. Okay, I know you got a rookie quarterback. That guy, who's that guy?
I had -2.5 on Minnesota. I won 3-0.
That's right.
Holy cow.
That's what I call a sharp number.
Yeah, Bears could use a Bengals win here, helping the Bears towards maybe sneaking in at the 7th
my favorite play of this game is?
Killed by the Cowboys.
I don't know the weather, but my favorite play of this game is
over.
Over. I don't know.
It's too
man.
low.
I like the over. I got the over in the show.
After the
Mullins could throw the ball.
Oh, I know.
I mean, Cincinnati defense isn't.
He came up to the 49ers system. So, yeah, I like Mullins. But
the number one thing about what's got to start, though, someone's got to start and hit a touchdown.
You're right, though. This is
first quarter.
Jake Browning's been putting up 34 points.
Yeah.
You
can throw that 30-yard floater along the sideline for Chase to catch and
Jamar Chase.
I don't know. Jefferson. Is Jefferson even playing? Because he got hurt last week.
He said he will play his full set of downs or whatever.
Then perfect.
Full go.
I mean, there's no reason why this game doesn't go over. It's 40.
It's probable.
40.
It should be there.
If the Raiders and Chargers could go over by 100, there's no reason why this game can't even go over by a point. I mean, for crying out loud.
Last night. I love the sideline reporter catching Brendan Staley going off the field at halftime, down 42-0. Coach, what do you got to do to get back in the game?
What did he say?
You're down 42-0.
We didn't play that good.
He said,
we got back second half of the show.
We got to come out and try and save some face and put out, come out and try and salvage the night, whatever, something like that.
You know what's funny?
And then he was fired today.
Yeah.
I had under 42.5 in that game.
I fell asleep and I woke up and I thought I was dreaming still.
I thought
was like, there's no way it's 21-0. There's no way. I woke up third quarter, 49-7. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely dreaming. There's no way that's true. I woke up.
I
loved all the joints coming up in the comments.
I was like, what?
I thought I was dreaming. Yeah. I thought I was dreaming. I was like, I'm actually dreaming of waking up and seeing the score like that. There's no way. There's no way.
I had Stick over 12 yards rushing. He had 11.
Oh, that's
And I had Austin Eckler over 4.5 catches.
Well, that was a loser right out of the gate because that was the most.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, my bet's done. I should have cashed out.
I just didn't have it in. I just didn't have it in me to bet the under. I was like,
at 4
you should have went to the lab and figured that one out. So they didn't steal your bag.
At 4 catches,
as Ant likes to say,
Austin Eckler got a little phone call. You're done.
Oh yeah,
no more catches, kid. We need this one. Checks in the mail.
Oh, the phone. Here we go. Here we it's fixed.
I mean, I even retweeted it before the game. I was like, he's gonna have a. This is, it's just not gonna happen.
Top it forward. Yep.
All right.
Before we get this, I see the join coming up on Twitter.
Yeah, what is that?
So I saw that today on my show. I'm like,
it must be
what is the joined?
Yeah.
I think because when you go live on Twitter now, it comes into it makes it automatic spaces for you.
Yeah, when you pop in, it says you're in, and then we can see.
I guess I was like, and then I was like, I gotta go here and are there comments?
Yeah,
they're popping into the show. So I always say hello when people
watching the show.
That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
the Twitter crew joining up. Hello, Twitter.
Yeah, lots of people checking in here. It's nice. Steelers at Colts. This is the game we were talking about a little bit earlier. Mike Tomlin lost a home game to Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. How? We don't know. That cost me some money, man. I think I was big on I was highly leveraged on the Steelers last week.
Oh, I'm shocked. You and everybody else. But again, that's not even like
But you can't predict that. Who the hell's going to pick the Cardinals to beat the Steelers? 2 rain delays.
In Pittsburgh.
I heard quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I think it was an opener line. It was maybe like 3. And then it got all booted up because people just unloaded like, no way, Arizona. I mean.
We had the Steelers in a teaser. All they had to do was win. And me and Tooch is like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it was the last leg, too. It was the last leg of our teaser. Boom.
But let's I mean, this game here, now it's a pick 'em now. Circus got it at a pick.
Who is
betting the Steelers?
I couldn't. I like the Colts,
10,
but it
16,
just
10 points last 4 games. They have no offense.
No offense.
Oh, you know why? Jonathan Taylor's not playing. I bet you people are looking at that.
He's been out for a while,
but
though.
You gotta put your head into the public and Jonathan Taylor's not playing. Gotta go with the Steelers. Steelers.
Did they just find out the guy that played basically all year?
The average gambler doesn't look at that stuff. They look at the little things.
Foster likes the Colts and the Bengals this weekend.
I like the Colts. I don't care what the line is. Colts in the over.
Every time I watch like a Colts game, I'm like, they're gonna lose. Gardner Minshew sucks.
They don't give up.
And then he pulls some shit out of his ass.
Taylor hasn't played since Thanksgiving, by the way.
And they're playing good at home.
Yep.
I'm telling you, the Colts at home, they play a whole nother type of football. They average over 21 or more every home game, if I'm correct, because I had the team total several times at home. They always covered a team total of 20.5.
Good play. So, I like it. And especially with TJ Watt possibly out. No pass rush. It's huge.
That's huge.
I forget the other guy, Cameron Hayward. He's been injured a lot this year. Another stud on
the whole defense is really injured. Even if they play, they're not 100%.
The Colts' home record. Let's talk about the points they scored. 27, 27, 38, 23. That's a 23-16 game. 23, 21.
There you go.
2 wins, 4 losses at home.
Over 20.5 every home game.
2 wins, 4 losses. They're 2 and 4 at home. They can't win at home.
Team, they can win on the road, though, right? What was their last win? Let's see.
At Tennessee, 31-28 in overtime.
Yeah.
Never in doubt.
I had the Colts in that game.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
But, I mean, both teams are alive, I believe, technically, for playoff position.
Steelers are just so injured.
I can't bet it. I don't care if the line comes down. Just
take the over. Just take the over.
The betting gut says the Steelers were to play because extra rest, embarrassed on national TV, 2 bad home losses in a row. They should have 9 wins.
Mike Tomlin. Yep.
They should have 9 wins getting outgained and outplayed every week.
I agree.
And yet here they are as a 2-point dog to a pick 'em. What is that? I mean,
it's a hold your nose play, take the Steelers, but I just don't have it in me to.
I couldn't do it. I'll go
21 and a half
over.
is the team total line. 21 and a half. They're daring Anthony to take that.
Yeah. If the team total is 21 and a half, I don't know, 21 and a half. That means you got to get 24 more pretty much.
Here's the thing.
23 or more.
23, 24.
8. This is what Pitt has given up. 18, 10, 10, 13, 19, 16, 20, 17, 10.
Colts defense is bad, though. That's the thing.
Stay away.
That's fine. But I'm just saying that's the Pittsburgh defense. So
I know.
Then you're saying this game's going to be take Pittsburgh then, if that's the question.
Over 42 and a half. Sean, anything there for you?
No, I got the Colts and that's it.
Colts.
I'm telling you, it's over or no play at all. I can't take the Colts. Not with that line movement. It's over. Love the over. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
Broncos, Lions. Anthony loves the Broncos. I know that. I think Sean, I think, has got a Broncos ticket. I have not made a play on this game yet. Over under 47.5. Lions games at home, usually good over game. Any thoughts on the total, Sean?
Yeah, definitely like the over. And go with this line. Yeah, we like the dog here, but I think ants like me would probably have it a better number, maybe 5.5 or 5. It was just always 4 at one point. It went to 4. And I think you got a little buyback on the Lions thinking, all right, you're home, you play a little better. The Broncos defense, again, I say it all the time.
They can't stop the run.
That's 70s over everybody's head. They gave up 70 points. The last 2 months, they're giving up 15, 16 points a game.
Yeah, playing a lot
I've
better.
been riding the Broncos for the past 4 or 5 weeks and been cleaning up. Just like people cleaned up on the Texans for how many weeks in a row? I've been cleaning up on the Broncos. And every week, they're a dog. Every week. I think the best line I got out of them, and they were a pick 'em. That was the closest they got to being a favorite, was a pick 'em. Yeah. And I was like, give me the Broncos, give me the Broncos. Last week, I had the Broncos +3 versus the Chargers. And that game was over in the first quarter. Yeah. Give me the Broncos again. Too many points.
Broncos put up 29 on Cleveland 3 weeks ago. Last week, they beat the Chargers. Of course, we know the Chargers.
Chargers actually played that game. It's just Herbert got hurt. I mean, it was the Broncos defense. I mean, nobody's given this defense enough credit.
Denver went into Houston, too, and they lost 17-22. But, I mean, the Texans had to give it everything they have in that game to win that one, man.
I mean, that was one of them. But
I mean, Russell had 3 picks that game. He had a bad game. He had been good all year, 2 interceptions. He had a bad one in the end zone, cost him.
But if I'm correct, didn't he still cover the spread, the Broncos? Or was that a push?
Versus the 4,
Texans. I think. They didn't cover.
Versus the Texans?
No, they didn't cover that. Okay, that was just one. That was a one-off. But still, you got to score 30-some points to beat the Broncos in that game.
They're 6-1. Their last 7 straight up. The Broncos.
And it all started when they came back and beat the Bears. Let's not forget.
Detroit, meanwhile, has lost 2 of their last 3. They squeaked by in New Orleans. Almost gave that one away.
Look at the points, Tooch. Just go to the point. There's nothing to say. Look at the points they've given up. 28, 38. Yep. You can't come in like 4, 5, 6 points.
26.
Can't trust them.
Yep.
And one thing about the Broncos defense, and people don't give enough credit, they are one of the top teams in committing turnovers, forcing turnovers. So if Goff is on one of his rampages where he's just fumbling the ball and throwing the ball up for grabs, Broncos are going to take advantage of it. They've been at the right spot at the right time and forcing those turnovers. So
I like the over on this game. For me, it'd be Broncos plus the points. Same for you guys, I think, right? If I'm reading it correctly. All right, Bears Barroom. Bears and Browns. Bears have won 3 of their last 4 straight up. I don't know what happened here. They were surprising me. I can't read my own team, Sean. Bears have the number 1 defense over the last 5 weeks. Sacking, getting the turnovers, 11 turnovers in their last 4 games.
The Bears have been making me some money here because
you've been all over them. Yep.
As much as I was against them early.
Straight up.
Early I was against them. I said, no, it's bear time. Going back to when pigs fly with the Redskin win.
Man.
Here's a spot, though. No.
It's a bad spot for the Bears.
This is not a good spot. You're off a big win.
Huge win.
This is I can't believe Flacco's coming off the couch. Dude, he's a veteran.
He's
was like an all-pro. good. I mean, he wasn't sexy. He was a game manager in every sense of the word. Doesn't do big things. It's
Bears
perfect.
by 12, Foster.
No,
All right.
Foster, that's a loser. No. Listen. This spot is the Browns win. Next week, you know what? Next week, Foster, go get it. Go get Chicago -3 next week at home versus Arizona. That's where you want. 12-point win. Next week, take them. Take them now. Allen's got to go up.
Yep.
It'll go up.
I'm right there with you. I've been saying since week one, the Browns at home is Browns all day. And you're not getting more than, and they're never favored by more than 3 at home. It's the most disrespectful thing on the face of the planet.
No quarterback.
Browns -3.
Stud running back goes out. Oh, how you taking a third string quarterback here against it? Here we go. Browns outright. They beat the Niners. I mean, teams get hurt. What do you do? Man, it's a shame because these guys, I know Ant was like them. We liked them. We were high on them to start the season. Like, they're sneaky good. Don't sleep on them. Offensive line.
The key is you can't touch them on the road. At home, I'm telling you, you're going to get the Browns -3 at home every home game. Yep. I don't remember a higher spread.
Don't worry about it. Lay it.
I mean, it's.
And I'll tell you right now,
Browns -3.
Browns at home 6-1 straight up, 7-5-1 against the spread. Or sorry, 8-5 against the spread.
I've been preaching it all season. Browns at home, and everyone's like, "Oh, the Browns are playing this team, but the Browns are playing that team. Who's the quarterback? Who's the running back?" Yeah. Browns at home.
I'll be rooting for the Bears, but I think it's a bad spot.
I'm rooting for the Bears. Trust me, because if they win out, they're 9-8. They're 1 game behind a wild card spot. Not that they can actually contend with the Niners, but hell, that'll be a hell of a story.
Browns are 8-5. This is an 8-5 football team.
My money's on the Browns, and if you haven't watched Joe Flacco the last 2 weeks, he's Baltimore Ravens good right now. And if you're judging him from previous, he was on the Jets. That's all I got to say. He was on the Jets.
I
don't care if you put
the league.
You could put Patrick Mahomes on the Jets, and he's going to do shit.
No play for me. I'm not betting on my team.
Flacco threw for over 300 yards last week. I mean, I'm not. It's going to be an ugly game. It's going to be an ugly game on Sunday with Browns -3.
Sean's on Browns -3. Anthony's on Browns -3. No play for me against my team. Lane Browns 8-5 against the spread.
Just say the Bears. No, say the Browns, because when you go against your team, they win.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's true. When I bet on them, they lose. I know.
Every time. It's religious.
Same with my alma mater. Marquette doesn't cover if I bet on them. Yep.
That's it.
Lose outright.
Sean, you laugh, but it's so true. It's every time. Every time. It's like Tooch pays for the Bears to win.
Chiefs and Patriots, man, the Chiefs, I don't know. They had that controversial call last week versus the Bills.
What controversial call was that? The guy 2 yards over.
I agree.
The wide receiver so far offside, you can't even the ref can't see the ball. That controversial call.
I agree. It was controversial to the Chiefs.
You guys ready for this?
Controversial to you because you were probably laying points with Kansas City.
No play.
This is how it's gonna go. Patriots 27-21 winner.
You're out of your mind.
I hope
you think
not.
there's going to be 48
I like
points
the under in this game. I got money
Patriots
on the under.
27-21. Patriots
this game has like
16-13.
I was going to say like 20-12 written all over it.
Nope.
Under Patriots and the under.
Nope. Everybody's going to be like, "Oh, the Chiefs can't lose 2 in a row."
And the under.
It's not about them losing 2 in a row. They have a defense. They don't have an offense.
Okay.
Teams, they play
24-21. How's that? 24-21.
Both these teams play.
I don't see how many. How are they scoring points? That's not going. They're not scoring that many points.
Yeah, the Patriots.
As crappy as New England is, the defense shows up every week.
Yep.
The defense has shown up all the time. We're ready to work.
I've been preaching the Patriots for the past month, but the offense just doesn't score.
Yep.
They finally
take the under.
Ask Tooch. Tooch is like, "How do you like the Patriots?" I'm like, I hate to say it, but their defense is actually
good.
Their offense was beautiful.
Yeah.
Look, how about 0? They've allowed 6, 10, 10, 20. I mean, like, you give up 10 points, you're losing. You lose games.
But that was Mac Jones' quarterback. The dude can't throw the ball. I mean, the guy in front of him.
It doesn't make a difference who the quarterback is. It doesn't. They have no offensive players anyway. Forget about last week.
There's no receivers. Oh, they got Hunter Henry. He's their main receiver.
Hunter Henry.
the Chiefs have
listen. It's great when you have Tom Brady as a quarterback and you could bring in Troy Brown and Ben Coates and a bunch of guys. Edelman
They
and a
got
bunch
Nelson
of little
Aguilar,
5'8",
man.
Ben Winter Coates.
Tell him,
little
too.
white guys.
Hunter
Ben
Henry.
Winter Coates. Hunter Henry.
You know what I'm
Tell
saying?
him,
Like
Hunter Henry.
you have. Let's bring in retreads. Let's bring in AJ Dillon at the end of his career. Corey Dillon. They brought in Corey Dillon, Ezekiel Elliott. Like
there's
what
one
do you
thing
bring
you
in
can't
guys?
deny. You can't deny Zeke has been playing at one of the like prime Zeke the past couple weeks.
Yeah, love Zeke.
You can't deny that. I had
Prime
the over
Zeke.
rushing total last week. His rushing total was 60. Soared over.
A whole 68 yards. That's great. 68
Hey,
yards.
you know what? It cashed the prop.
What are you guys thinking here? I like the under. I would take Patriots 8.5, but
Patriots 8.5.
Patriots, you cannot lay 8.5. First of all, it's Christmas. I don't care what team you are. You're not laying double. This is mine's
not
in 10 points.
Yeah,
this is a double-digit spread because your offense is terrible. The Chiefs' offense is bad. No Pacheco. They have no wide receivers.
And
Mahomes
the thing is
You
whining.
might as well line up Taylor
even
Swift at wide receiver.
Mahomes isn't even playing bad. It's just his receivers literally can't catch the ball. He's throwing it literally on the run.
He's doing everything he can.
And the ball just will not stay in the receiver's hands.
Chiefs defense is playing well, but they can't do everything. You know, I mean,
they're on the field for 40 minutes of
the last 5 games. They've only scored over 21 once in their last 6 games.
Said for the last 2 years, the Chiefs have had a defense. No one has noticed it because it's all about Mahomes and Kelsey Mahomes. It's not Tyreek Hill. No one saw that it was the defense that's got them to where they are to win those games. The bigger games versus better teams.
Meanwhile, New England has held teams to what? 10, right? 6, 0, 10, 10, 0.
Well, we're going to see some 18. More crying on Mahomes.
Mahomes is on pace for his most interceptions ever. He's got 11. He had 12 last year and 13 years.
All because of receivers, yeah.
He might not throw 30 touchdowns this year.
Well, he would if his receivers can actually catch the ball.
I'm just saying.
I know. What did I tell you guys from week 1? The Chiefs will have a bad year. I mean, they're not having a bad year, but I said it since week 1. I was like, they're in for a duel. We had the Lions and the under in week 1, and everyone thought we were crazy.
Yep.
It just turned out to be the Chiefs started off hot, and now they're coming back to reality.
What do you mean the Chiefs? I think the Chiefs win total was like 11. People were like, they got to win like 16. Like they're never going to lose a game.
Yeah, they weren't going to lose a game.
Well, they should be sending the Raiders and Chargers freaking Lamborghinis. Thank you for having zero leadership and having no coaches. They don't got to worry about Denver overtaking them.
The Chiefs are 6-4, right? 6-4 or
8-5.
No,
8-5. 8-5. Denver's 7-6.
Yeah. I'm rooting for the Broncos. Don't you have a Broncos ticket?
I think I said I have a Broncos to win West. You thought I was crazy.
Well, after that Miami Dolphins, you're like,
sorry.
Yeah, I don't have the Broncos.
We got
Who's left now?
Jets and Dolphins.
Hey, I'm rooting for you. I've been cleaning up on the Broncos.
When does Aaron Rodgers come back?
It doesn't make a difference because the line stinks. The coaching staff stinks. This is what I say about these quarterbacks. We're talking about whoever. Flacco. Zach Wilson stinks. He doesn't stink. He's had 3 different coordinators in 3 years. His best receiver gets hurt. His best running back gets hurt. The offensive line is a revolving. It's a picket fence, not even a full-size fence. It's a little fence that you could step over.
Okay, Zach.
It's so good that a minute into their first game, their Hall of Fame quarterback gets knocked out for the year. That's how good
you know what Zach Wilson does every time he gets the ball. He either hands it off to the running back or he takes 3 steps back and he runs to the left. Before he gets to the sidelines,
he's not calling the play-doh. I don't get mad at the guy.
All you got to do is get the defense and run it to the left side of the field, and you tackle him every time. I mean, it's not rocket science.
Or he drops back in his 3rd step. He's sacked.
I don't get bad. I don't blame the quarterback because you've heard my thought process on these quarterbacks. And Bears fans, you got a big decision here. Like, we want to get rid of Fields and fire Eberflus. Great. Then you get a new quarterback and a new head coach. And it's 3 years of building again because
you've been listening to ESPN too much.
I've said that. How long have I said that to you? I've said that forever.
They don't need to get rid of Fields.
I don't think they should.
I don't think
but everybody in the rumors and the analysis and ESPN is like, trade him.
Oh, Carolina, we're going to have a quarterback. Look at this. We got a quarterback. Yeah, your team stinks. That's great. first round picks, whether let's say top 5 or top 8 guys, go to teams with new head coaches who are rookie head coaches or assistants coming into coordinators. The teams are bad, and what happens? Zach Wilson. I mean, I don't blame him. You got a coordinator now who rode on the heels of a guy who made things happen and who never listened to his plays. He just go in there, do whatever he wants, and then yelled at his receivers for dropping balls. Well, he's the rarity. So you're going to blame Zach Wilson when your offensive line couldn't last one play. Couldn't last one play.
He's bad.
You know, I hate to say it, but I'm going to be the first to say it. Aaron Rodgers' injury was a gift for him because he didn't get he would have played horrible this year. Horrible.
Oh, Sean's from Jersey. He doesn't like either Jets or Giants, just for the record.
And do you remember when I said before the season started on your podcast, Sean, I said something's going to happen, but the Jets will have another Jets season. Something's going to happen. And then look.
Aaron Rodgers. First series.
I remember saying this. I said,
boom, out.
I didn't like Allen because his coach made Daniel Jones look good. So that's a question mark. I didn't think Tua would last a year. I thought he'd get hit and his head would explode.
I did too. I was with you.
And the Jets were the trendy pick, so I'm like, the Patriots are going to win the division somehow. Well, I was totally wrong on the Patriot thing, but everything else is right. Allen's looked lost at times. Tua's been on the ball, but the Jets are just everybody ran. Oh, it's the Jets. You got to bet them to win everything.
But the Allen is missing one piece. He's missing one more receiver.
He needs a receiver
because Gabriel cannot catch the damn ball.
Davis,
It's Stephon Diggs, and that's it. I mean, now they're getting Dalton Kincaid involved. They got another list,
Cook.
And that's so Joe Brady's
a huge part of the offense.
But Joe Brady's running the show up there now in offense, right?
Yep.
If they just get
Bill O'Brien,
they could get a Deontay Johnson. They can get anybody. Just need one solid receiver. That's all they need. That's all they're away. They're Super Bowl.
Brady made what's his name, Joe Burrow, awesome. Yeah. So why can't he do the same over here? And again, he needs a little. It's a different kind of offense than what he ran under Dabble, or Dabble, whatever his name is, Brian Dabble, right? I don't know who pronounced his name. I don't know. The Bills. It's. I think they need a little more run game. They rely on Allen too much to take over, but.
Well, James Cook has been. Since the offensive coordinator got fired, he's much more involved, passing and rushing. Yeah.
So how about this line here?
Dolphins 9.5.
Yeah, I got Miami minus 13.5.
Look ahead line. Was that
I thought this because I figured, you know what, this is going to go over 14. 9.5. I still don't have. I know. Tyreek Hill's hurt.
Yeah.
It was 9 in New York. I'll lay it. The Jets, and I like Zach Wilson. Do I think they're going to come in and put up a bunch of points here? No. I think this game will be just like that one. It'll be like a 27-13 kind of game.
This is going to be
I think I still cover my 14 here.
The Jets are not competitive at all on the road. At all.
And they're not competitive. The Dolphins, they blew a 14-point lead in the last quarter against the Titans. I mean, that's a sour taste.
You know, I had the Dolphins minus 8 in a teaser, and I was looking pretty with 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, oh yeah, me too.
And then it went down the shitter.
The defense couldn't stop anybody. Well, Will Levis played a good game, man. Just can't take it away from him. And nobody could cover DeAndre Hopkins. That was the ball game.
Oh no, they could. They just didn't put him on him. Ramsey.
They didn't put Jalen Ramsey on.
Ramsey can cover anybody in the NFL.
So everybody, let's see. It's not 37 though. It's higher than that, isn't it?
It's probably 37 because of the Jets.
Yeah,
Jets are probably 9.5 team total.
They got a defense, no offense.
I lean over 37, but I couldn't play it.
I don't hate it. Listen, you're off a bad game, and
Dolphins don't play good defense.
They got Cowboys next week.
Yep,
they're no lock here with the way this. Different teams winning here and there. I mean, the Steelers could knock these guys out of the playoff hunt. So they can't be coming in here taking this game lightly after you just blew that game. I can't come back and bite them in the butt, that Tennessee game.
Yep. Yeah,
I'd still lay it. I'd still lay it. I'd Dolphins by 20. I do.
I mean, the Dolphins got to be. I mean, they're anxious to get back on the field after that Tennessee
I hate
loss.
to say this. I hate to say it, but they should cover the spread. Should.
They should.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to should. I'm going to should on them.
You're home.
Take
care of business at home. Take care of business at home.
Yeah, they should cover.
We'll see.
Especially you got the Jets kind of excited, right? We had a big thing like, hey, look at this huge win for us. Yeah.
Well, that'll probably be their last one of the season.
Sean's team, the Cowboys, playing well. Man, I should have been. I don't know why I didn't. I knew the Cowboys were going to kill the Eagles.
Here we
go. I know.
I should have done this.
I had COVID. I was like, I'm not making any more bets.
Yeah,
I know. But I love the Cowboys in that spot versus the Eagles. It was just
I had Dallas in the over. Good spot for them.
Yep, great spot for Dallas.
But who would have thought the Eagles would have scored 13 points?
That's the thing. I had Dallas in the over. I thought Eagles would score a little bit. I'm thinking 34-27, like the game in Philly. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of high scoring.
Yep.
I was thinking, 30-20 at least. I mean,
good spot for Dallas, though. They had played Dallas. They had played the Niners. They had played Buffalo. Kansas City. It was just everything was a perfect storm for Dallas to get a win there. You're going to split against a good team in your division, home and home, and you're off a easier game to win. So now, like the Bills are in this kind of spot, right? So we've seen them. Should they have beaten Philly? They should have beat Philly. They should have beat Philly. You beat Kansas City. Now you got Dallas. You got Chargers next week, which should be I already bet them -10 next week, 9.5.
Yeah, I wish I could bet it.
Bills -9.5.
I wish I could touch it.
I grabbed it. It was 21-0 first quarter. I'm like, oh no, this Charger team, even with no coach, there's just no talent there. I'll take the Bills because Bills are gonna be desperate.
Bills 7-6, man. They're fighting for the playoff life.
Yes, which is why I like them over Kansas City.
Yeah, and that's why they're gonna win on Sunday.
I don't know about that though. As much as Dallas, this is a typical Dallas. Let's fall on our faces here because hey, we're hot. And we've won. What do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row since the Philly
They've been
lost.
at home for what? 6 weeks in a row. They've been home.
3. Yeah, the Carolina game they went on road, but 4 of the last 5 at home.
This is probably the best game of the week, and I'll give me the over.
But what did you see out of Buffalo in the second half? Forget second half. The first quarter, I had a Buffalo. I said to take alternates between 1-6 and 7-13 points to win. I'm like, this is a loser because they're going to win this game. This game's going to be 30-13. The Chiefs are going to get blown out of here. They don't have any offense. No, it didn't happen. And you think Buffalo in a spot where it's their season on the line, you nearly lost that game even with the penalty called against them. They could have lost that game.
Yeah. Well, that
at least on the Dallas side of thing, Dallas is going to bring a defense. Defense travels. They're going to do their job. Even against Philly, like freaking Parsons, dude, they could have won that game. Like, there is no way the Dallas defense comes and just gives up a 35. I don't see that happen. I don't think it's going to be
This is a 27-24 type game.
This is a coin flip. And what do you think? If you like the Bills, you take the Bills on it. You lay 130 with the Bills. If you like Cowboys, you take 120 with the Cowboys. Because Dallas could easily win this game. Yeah. They're playing well. Dak's playing how do you say, oh, I can't take them because they're playing well? Well, the other team's off a win, but they're not playing well. You choked away the Eagles game. You really choked away this game. You had a 14-point. You had them on the ropes. The game should not have been close.
I mean,
that's who you want to bet on.
To me, Dallas has the 2 best players on the field in this game, and Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
I love the Bills even more.
I like the Cowboys in this, but it's a bad spot for them. I mean,
you don't think Parsons is the best defensive guy in the field?
Parsons, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb, the 2 best players on that field.
I was asking Anthony. He doesn't think Parsons is the best defensive guy in the field.
I think he's phenomenal. This has Lions in Baltimore game written all over it. But the only difference is the Bills win by a field goal. That's the only difference.
Well, that's a big difference between you see.
I'll tell you,
the Cowboys.
If you're giving me field goal kickers, give me Dallas's guy can hit from 60 yards.
The guy had a 70-yard field goal last
week. Give me Dallas.
Did you see the Dallas guy last week? A 60-yard field goal went into the stands.
He hit like 3 field goals, like 59, 62, and 70.
It's also indoors. Indoors.
I know. He's still
try doing that outdoor at a 20-degree in Buffalo. That's very hard.
Weather definitely would have to be looked at.
There's no doubt about it. Dallas overall, as a team, has the more talented player. Yes.
Yeah.
But what the sport? I mean, we've done this for years.
You're right. Yep.
It doesn't matter who the actual better team is. Are you telling me the Texans were the better team last year when they beat the Eagles at 13.5-point dogs? No.
Yes.
Yeah. Both
that day
teams,
they were.
Both teams have got huge.
But I'm telling you, this has Bills 27-24 type game written all over it. Even if the Cowboys lose by a late field goal, that is still credibility to the Cowboys. It doesn't mean they're a bad team. It doesn't mean they fell on their face. That is a quality loss to them. Now, if they lose a 33-13 type game like the Eagles did, they're going to lose a lot of credibility like the Eagles did this past week.
So it's supposed to be a rainy day. It's supposed to be rainy up here.
Okay.
Looks like rain.
Buffalo.
Looks like rain. Now, I like the over anyway, but let's see what the wind's like.
Too, but I don't like it.
I don't care about the rain.
It comes down to the wind. The wind is the key factor.
It's the wind. It's the wind.
It's not really the wetness. It's not the rain. It's the wind. Wind is the biggest key factor in football.
Here you go. You want your best bet at the show? Is you take Dallas today at a pick 'em or +1 next week against Miami. Because
I agree.
Either Dallas Brooks Buffalo wins and the line's going to go to 3, or they lose. Everybody's going to bet on them because no way they lose to Miami 2 in a row.
Bounce back. Yep.
You take Dallas here to pick them or +1.
You know, honestly, I think we have better predictions for next week's games. You take the Bears versus the Cardinals. You take whoever played the Chargers next week, and
Bills.
you take the Cowboys next week. So the Cowboys, the Bills,
the
and the
Bills
Bears
are playing the Chargers next week.
Load
up.
I like San Fran. San Fran next week over Baltimore. There's your Super Bowl preview.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, because Baltimore arguably the best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
Not as consistent as you'd like. And San Francisco and Dallas, the top 2 teams in the NFC, probably in that order. So for this play, Sean, you're on the Cowboys.
I'll go Dallas and over.
The over, depending on the weather. Anthony likes the Bills.
I'm going to go Bills and the under.
Bills and the under. Me, I like the Cowboys, but no play for me right now. I'll check the weather on the on that total. I like the over.
You know you want to say Dallas. You know you want to jump on them.
I do. I like Dallas. Like I said, the two.
No, I'm laughing because Tooch is just he lives up to his nickname.
I can't make a play on it right now, man.
Mr. Chalk.
I'll put the Bills.
This
in,
is
Chargers.
As a Dallas fan, this is where you expect them to lose.
And
it's by all intents and purposes,
it
is a spot to lose.
Sean is a Cowboys fan.
But for scheduling spots, you've been at home 3 straight weeks, 4 of the last 5. Your one trip was to Carolina, cupcake team. But it's tough at this point. You want that hotter team as opposed to Buffalo off a game they barely won and a game they choked away.
Holy
against
shit.
2 tough teams too, as well. Yeah, here you go. Exactly, Foster. This is just Cowboy football because of their crappy coach.
Yep.
A good team with a Super Bowl coach. The Niners wouldn't lose here. San Fran would go in and win this game.
And this is the best game of the week, the Cowboys-Bills. This will be the one everybody's going to want to watch. 4 o'clock Sunday.
This ain't
afternoon.
a bad game, though, for a Sunday night here.
Sunday night's good. Ravens, Jaguars, a lot of stuff on here. Look, the Dallas kicker, that's kind of that dude can hit from anywhere, man.
Yeah.
That's why
he's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. There's no.
I was doing with Jimmy the Bag. We're doing Pub Sports last Sunday live, and they're like, that kick would have been good for like 69, 70 yards. It went into the stands.
Yeah,
amazing. Like he's lined up for a 62. I'm like, it's 4th and 2. Go for it. What are we doing here?
Strike the ball. Let's talk about the Ravens and Jaguars,
55-yard chip shots. Unbelievable.
Amazing. Ravens, Jaguars. Look, Jaguars fighting for their playoff life. They're 8-5. Baltimore in control of the AFC at 10-3 against the spread. Both teams 8-5 against the spread. Baltimore 5-2. 4-1 straight up on the road. The Jaguars 2-4 straight up at home. Trevor Lawrence a little banged up, man. I don't know if it's going to make much difference. He toughed it out last week, right?
He's fine. He's fine.
Should be fine. He's got that ankle injury. He's probable though.
He's fine.
He's probable. The line was 5.5. It is now 3. So he's playing.
A lot of guys questionable. Not a lot of guys out though. You know,
but this time of the year, everybody's
It's
questionable.
questionable. It's mid-December, too. Come on.
Christian Kirk is out.
Everybody's questionable. Yep. Christian Kirk, he's out, isn't he?
Christian Kirk is
he's
out.
Been out.
Yeah, he's been out for the past week or two. And you know, Baltimore's been without Mark Andrews, so that's a little can't cancel each other out there. Man, but I don't trust Baltimore. What was the game where they really let me down last time? I forget. Oh God! Well, I had them 1 week, and they just
that was the beginning of the year.
What was it? No,
the Rams. No, the Rams they've covered. They won last week.
No, it was at home versus Cleveland. They gave it up. They were like up.
Do they still have Jimmy Smith and Keenan Cardinal they can throw the ball to?
I like Jacksonville here. Last year, this exact same game, but it was Ravens -4 in Jacksonville. My best bet of the day was Jacksonville plus floor. Mm-hmm. And in fact, in that week
November 27th
specifically, the Ravens had 86% of the money, according to BetMGM, on Ravens -4. Took Jacksonville +4. Jacksonville came back down 14 going into the fourth quarter and won it on a 4th down play. I'm going to ride the Jacksonville Jaguars all over again. Give me the +3.
Sean, any thoughts? Ravens?
I like it's a good spot for them. Let's go. Sign me up for some Jaguars at home here.
Jaguars home dog.
Money line.
This is one that, you know, as you bet kind of games, look at schedules. You're taking the Jags here, and then you're going to fade again on Baltimore next week. You don't. I mean, if you want to take Baltimore, if they were dogs in both games, you want
Baltimore. I can't trust them.
You're favored on the road versus a decent team. If they were a dog, I'd say Baltimore here and Baltimore next week. Worst case, you go 1-1.
Yep.
Faving a dog, you're fading them both times.
Yep.
Fade them both times.
Take the Jaguars. Jaguars +3. A lot on the line for both teams. Let's give away some free plays, man.
And then they got Miami after this too, and then Pitt.
Where are the Ravens at next week?
San Fran. Monday night, Christmas. Christmas party.
Looking ahead. It could be a two game skid for the Ravens here.
That's gonna be all right. There you go. The writings on the wall.
Yeah. All right. Let's give away some free plays. I'll roll that free play. All right. Anthony's free play. He's got the Bills versus the Cowboys. Good spot for the Bills. Sean, free play. Texas Tech Cal over 58.5. Tooch, Boise State +5.5. UCLA. Dog of the day. We're taking the Broncos +4.5. I like that play, man. I will be playing that as well. Hate the Lions. Lions are one of the teams I hate the most.
Sure, a lot of the chat agrees with you on that one.
Oh yeah, I know. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Wizards look like they might get a win in the NBA tonight.
Anthony was in the we were backstage, but we were talking about the totals in a couple of these
games.
The
under in the Wizards
60 and 258, Sean, for the NBA totals. What's the totals going and looking like on that tonight?
It's the total. I think it was it's at 200 right now. But I don't know if it's going to get there. I mean, they need 60 points in the fourth quarter. It's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I almost bet the under 260. I was like, I had under 258 the other day, and I got destroyed. So
I remember when overs were like 198s. Like
198 was
5.5.
198 was high.
Yes,
189 and 190 was the average. I remember that. You hit 200 was unheard of.
What about the Bucks game? Did that go over or stay under? That was 258 or something like that total.
That stayed under.
It went over.
No, did it go over? Oh, the Bucks Pacers. Oh Bucks, he had 64. Yeah.
264 total.
No, Giannis had 64.
Oh, Giannis had 64 poin's. Holy crap!
That was Wednesday.
Yeah, I had the under in that game, and I was like,
barely got there.
Yeah.
What was it? What did the total finish at?
266.
266. All right.
260.
That's crazy.
All right, fellas.
Nobody plays defense.
Nobody plays defense anymore. Yep. Let you guys get out of here, and we'll roll the thing out. Close up shop. For Sean and Anthony, this is Tooch signing off. We'll see you guys next Friday.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.